meditations with her and enjoyed so much doing Gimmon and seeing all these children seeing possibilities of changing the world, and that they were they would just know, and they were so open in thinking that kids don't have this opportunity unless they're put in a situation like that, for them to even think about, I can create peace, I can be a peacemaker. And that was huge for me.
What
Yeah.
did Gloria mean to you? Is there anything that you'd like us to know about Gloria
Yeah.
that we might not
Hmm. I think that's why I hesitate, because it's, it comes up.
know? From your heart.
Yeah. I remember a time or two when I came and when I actually met her, and she had this glowing from the inside. Um, and she made you always feel welcomed and loved just to be in her presence. And it was almost like she knew if you needed something, or if, to talk to about, or it's just like she knew so many things. Um, she held the space for everyone. She was just a container for peace and love and understanding, and an opening for something bigger than we could even imagine. Um, and she stayed with it, and never, no doubts in her mind. Her will was so strong, and it was wonderful to know someone that could hold that space, and knowing that you could too, if you held to it like she did. Um, uh, mm,
lives, which changed the trajectory of everyone I came in contact with, because I was different. And I'm grateful. I'm just beyond what that word means.
Did you come to like classes at the school here? Or
I did.
Mondays?
I came for the. I live an hour and a half from here, and I came to the Yoga 101 class, and that also was like it was yesterday. That's where we met. And then also, there was an event you hosted at your home shortly after that. Um, you live downtown, yes, yes. And I came to that. Pardon?
I think Henry Guy was a group kind of exploration with Henry Guy. I think that's
Okay, perhaps, yes.
another mosquito. No, no. I just put the lapel mic on you so you guys could have a conversation. Oh. I don't have to include the video. I can just include the audio. Okay. So, did you do any of the readings from the Bailey books and
Yes,
the Agni Yoga?
yes, all the Agni Yoga, and I also did the Balanced Beginnings. And because I taught at the Robert Mueller School in Fairview, told the parents and shared with them about the Balanced Beginnings. Yes, I still have my box. It's in storage, but I still have it. And so imagine that even my child, when you said thousands or you said thousands, you said in the whole planet, I thought that's exactly right. Thousands and the entire planet. Anytime I go anywhere, and I travel a lot, I just carry the things that I learned here with me. Yeah, it's so enormous.
It is.
It's so enormous to
And
change
she
a life.
single-handedly touched so many lives, which is, she's raised the consciousness of humanity.
Yes.
And we're all part of that.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
That's amazing.
Yes.
Especially where we are today.
And just recently, she said, this was maybe some months ago, this year though, she just mentioned, little things that she would mention, and she said, everyone that we encounter, we've known before. It was just a simple thing, a simple statement, and I thought a lot about that. Everything that she said had a great impact on me. I would take it home and process it and think about it. And now in my work, and it's just my job, I'm a flight attendant, and when I'm on the plane, it's a charter aircraft, so it's very small and very intimate. And I say, what a pleasure it is to have you and meet you. And we've all known each other before. We're all just seeing each other again, and what a delight it is to unite. And I think of her. I mean, that seems like a small thing, but it isn't. Like I tried to express earlier, it's so enormous. Those are big things. They matter a lot. They did to me, and they still do.
Hi, I'm Jarrell Mathis. Wanted to do a little sharing about Gloria. She actually was my godmother. Um, from day one, I was brought here to the school and embraced with all the love. But generally, for Gloria, speaking about her, she was like an angel. She had this amazing glow about her, and she had this amazing energy and power about her that I immediately noticed the first few days I met her. And then she taught me all kinds of stuff like how to be a good person, how to, embrace energy and what to do in those situations. Man, she was so much to me. Man, she taught me a lot. We're gonna miss her, and I just wanted to say a little few words about her. Thanks.
Hi, I'm Ricky Page, Amy Page's husband. Known Gloria about 20, more than 20 years. She's kind of an enigma. She was very serious, always very serious, but still able to laugh at any moment. It was a strange combo, but we got along really well. I just did everything she said exactly the way she said it, and we were great. Love you, Gloria. Miss you.
I'm Jenna, and I met Gloria many years ago. Thanks to my beautiful friend right here who's walking this way. She actually she actually introduced me to Gloria. I was looking and searching for, spiritual awakenings, and my friend Amy said, I have the perfect place and perfect person for you. And so she brought me here to one of the classes. I met Gloria. And as everyone knows, she's incredibly magnetic, and just this joy that radiates out of her beautiful blue eyes. I was instantly hooked. I would come to classes when I could. I would come to yoga classes, learned a lot through Gloria, read, through the books. And even though at some points I didn't understand what was happening in those books, it was still, I knew it was impacting my life in deep ways. And not only that, in personal encounters with Gloria, she helped counsel me through hard times in my early 20s. And for that, I will forever be grateful. In her later time, more recent, as she was sick and starting her transition, I will never forget when I was helping her through a moment, she would get frustrated and she stopped and said, "I'm so sorry, Jenna, for being mean." But even in those moments where it felt hard for her, she still had a capacity to come back and just express her genuine love, even through transitioning and the pain that she must have been feeling, or loss or confusion. But she meant a great deal to me and always will.
Well, hello there. I'm grateful to be here today in respect to honor one of my most dearest mentors, Miss Gloria Crook. Um, I don't know where I could start with her, but in trying to explain what she meant to me and my family and all, but it's been years. I'm just totally humble and grateful to know that that somehow the Lord put us across each other's paths so we could help me stay on a good foot and be inspired through our contacts with my development as a human being. And we had a number of children that Gloria had a hand in birthing and instructing, some in the spiritual work and all. And I just, it's so much I could say about her, but she was just my dearest, dearest other mom, you know. My wife that has passed on since actually was the one that put me in contact with Gloria years ago, years and years ago. Now, 40 plus years, so that's dating it a little bit, but but it was just so great. Goodness, she's one that'll always stay in my heart, just like my mom, the Dalai Lama. She's just a great human being, and I just loved and adored her so much. I'll let that do for now, and maybe I'll come back and say some more things before we put it all together. But blessings to all of you, and I'm grateful to be here today.
So glad that I could come and see everyone again here and celebrate the life of Gloria. You know, for me, she was the first light on my journey to understanding the wisdom. And I'll never forget the day that I called the school, didn't know anything about esotericism or about studying the wisdom, and Gloria answered the phone. And immediately just felt a connection, and she told me that I needed to have a brief interview with Brother David Cadwallader, and that was the beginning. And here we are almost 20 years later, and I owe a lot to her, as I know a lot of the people here do. So an incredible blessing on my life, and definitely a guidepost, one of the first guideposts on this journey for me.
Well, Gloria was a mentor for sure. She was my mom's best friend. Both of my parents got together because of her. You know, she was the director here at the school and been around my entire life. So we all loved her very much, and gonna miss her dearly, but she will be well respected and very much remembered over all the years. Thanks.
Gloria was really an inspiration to me. She always encouraged just going that extra mile and doing that extra repetition to stay healthy, to stay fit, both physically and mentally. And she truly inspired me to just keep going, keep looking on the bright side of things, and just really appreciate the beauty in the world.
When I think of Gloria, I think about all the joy and spirituality and coming together of my soul that she brought into my life.
First off, eternal gratitude to my beloved teacher, Gloria. I came out here on a motorcycle in 1981. I didn't really know what I was doing. I was reading the books. I saw an ad on TV. I came out here. Gloria accepted me as I was, invited me to join the school, to go to the entrance classes, which I did. And 44 years later, she's been my greatest teacher. And she taught me many things, of course, about all the books that we studied and everyday life wisdom. But she taught me something else, is that it's okay for disciples who love each other and who are committed to the group to argue sometimes, to have rational debates, and just like they did in the Bible, the disciples, and just like they do in Tibet at the monasteries. And Gloria and I had some fantastic debates in the middle of class, and I learned a lot from them, and maybe she did too. But we always loved each other, we always respected each other up to her final day. So that Gloria has been extremely important to me.
Well, Gloria was my teacher and the teacher of so many people. She changed a lot of people's lives. She changed my life, for sure. She introduced me to my husband, Bob, and we got married like a week later after she told us we would make a really good couple. And then our first baby was born 9 months later. so that was pretty good of her, a good nudge, and 6 children altogether. So we helped get the Robert Mueller School started between all of us and a few other families. And she just Balanced Beginnings, the infant brain development program came from that school. But it all comes from the School of Ageless Wisdom that she started as a spiritual commitment on her part before I knew her. She was teaching in Wichita, Kansas, teaching yoga at a yoga house. And she got married and moved to Biloxi, Mississippi, and was teaching classes down there while her husband was in the Air Force. And that's where I met her. And then she moved up here where her sister was. And she started yoga classes here. And one of the people who had been to the yoga classes donated this property and the building that were on it at the time became the school. So it just all evolved from Gloria's determination. Okay.
I first met Gloria when I was still a very young man, really looking for something to replace my spiritual life that had been in fundamentalist Christian religion, and I didn't want to give up the truth in that, but really wanted more depth and understanding of what lay behind those symbols. And when I first met Gloria, she was sitting at a table with a glowing presence at Ola Padrita, and I just felt drawn to her. And she was sitting there with the sign that said free yoga classes. And I immediately signed up, so I was in her first class at Ola Padrita. And I stayed involved with the school that she wound up establishing and with the group, and it totally changed my life, and it's still having a strong impact. So every day is part of my onward journey that she guided me to through her light and love and unconditional understanding and acceptance.
What did what about Gloria should we know?
Gloria was the first impression. I mean, when I first saw her, it was a shock. I've never seen anyone like Gloria. And I think that she probably had that effect when she was younger. She was radiant. She always dressed in white. She has white hair and white afro, and just really striking presence. But she put me on the path, wouldn't let me get off. She was my teacher, my senior. She was my coworker, and she was my friend.